Halito, Oshio, greetings. Welcome to the Happy to Be Nappy show, yo. And I am your host, Chief Tanis Iskatani, how to push kick knee takomi of the Hachinotakmi Yamasi Creek tribe. Ooh, feathers up, feathers up, feathers up. And today I have a special show for you today because I've been having a lot of people that know me for many years, and especially from my Rastafari Rasta days, back in the days where I had my shop in Harlem Mart 125. Shout out Harlem World, Harlem Girl, those great days in Harlem. So I wanted to shout that out as well. But they've been asking me because I am a self-published author, and this is my book, The Dark Sides of a Woman, a collection of short stories by Queen Goddess. So I also, that's self-published, as I said, and then I did a spoken word CD along to accommodate it, which you can find on CD Baby, okay? And this was done like 2007. We in 2025 now. So this is, you can get this in paperback or you can get it in hardcover. And here I am. There I am. See me? Okay? So you saw the back and the front. And it's so funny that Egypt is in America. So I was on the right path, although I was on that Rasta and pasta. Okay, The Dark Sides of a Woman, a collection of short stories. Just let me give you, here's the contents. These are the contents right here. And what I'm gonna do, turn it around so you can see. Okay, this is the contents. So we have chapter 1, white ain't always right. Chapter 2, chocolate tropical delights. Chapter 3, roots and culture. Chapter 4, walk on water Christian. Chapter 5, strip tea. Chapter 6, mama's boy toy. Chapter 7, faking the funk. Chapter 8, stick up kids. Chapter 9, down low bro flow. Chapter 10, strike up the band. Chapter 11, speed dialing. Chapter 12, bike race. Chapter 13, seduction. And then we have the epilogue, the livicated and dedicated, the thanks and acknowledgement, and the prologue. And the prologue has an amazing story. So we're going to start off right here with the introduction. Okay? We're going to start off with the introduction. And it's funny that I use Egyptian art back then because somehow my spirit knew that Egypt was here in America, Tamari. Okay. It's a little windy. It's a little windy here. It's windy, so I'm going to keep it in a way or I'll hold it back and so you guys can see it. Self-published author, Goddess, aka Chief Titus Iskatani, how to push it. Nitakomi, which means little butterfly under the moonlight. And also the moon is tomorrow, the 12th. Today is the 11th, tomorrow's the 12th. So get your full moon rituals. This book that I'm reading is my book that I self-published. Let me give you a look, a peek. It's called The Dark Sides of a Woman. It's a collection of short stories by me back in the days, Queen Goddess. And here is the back of the book. And in this collection of inspirational short stories, author Queen Goddess explains valuable moral lessons in a realistic and modern setting. White ain't always right. Instead of Arlene asking for a good, honest man, whether he be a black, Latin, Indian man, or Asian man, Arlene asked for a white man. She got him. Boy, did she get him. Chocolate tropical delights. Ming's parents took their daughter's sexual preference very hard. Nevertheless, Nevertheless, they had no other choice but to accept their daughter's gay lifestyle. Mama's boy toy. When children are subjected to physical and sexual abuse, many of them will become very reckless and violent. Unfortunately, many may end up in prison, experience mental instability. However, there is hope, as in the case of Sammy Jr. When someone has experienced or suffered childhood abuse and finally finds the courage to face their darkness and seek counseling, healing is then possible. Stick up, kids. Life is short, so live each day like it's your last day, and do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Tomorrow is promised unto no one. It took a robbery for Donna to realize that. Queen Goddess has written for the Sketchbook 80, Urban America, Ebonics Communication, and Felon Magazine. She graduated from Hostos College with a degree in liberal arts. Visit her website at HAPPY, the number 2BE, nappy, NAPP.com. So this is my book. Okay, Connor? So, I wrote this book at a time, my children were young at the time, and I wanted to self-publish my own book. So I took out the time and wrote that book. Then after I wrote the book, I did spoken word CD to go with the book, which you can purchase this on cdbaby.com. Just go and put The Dark Sides of a Woman, collection of short stories by Queen Goddess. And this book is on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, iUniverse. You just put Queen Goddess and The Dark Sides of a Woman. But I tell you, it's a really, really good book. I think I'm going to read you, did I say I was going to read you the introduction? Right? That's what I said I was going to do first. It's a little windy, but we'll work it out. Let's go. Women of the world have been exposed to many diverse experiences in their relationships, including myself. All women have a dark side that reveals itself when they go through situations with their families, friends, lovers, employers, co-workers, students, enemies, and the list goes on and on. I have traveled the world: Indonesia, Hawaii, Jamaica, Belize, Amsterdam, Ecuador, Guatemala, Senegal, Ghana, Gambia, Mali, and North America. As a natural hair care stylist consultant specializing in dreadlocks, servicing women of cultures, I listen to infinite stories about women and relationships. Okay. Inspired by the stories I heard and my own personal experiences, I began writing short stories. Each chapter represents a different story about a woman and her relationships and the dark sides she has encountered. This book is a work of fiction. The names, character, places, and incidents are products of my imagination and are used fictitiously. Any resemblance to actual events, locals, or persons living or dead is entirely coincidental and intended to give the fiction a sense of reality or authenticity. Perhaps you have a friend or family member that you will feel a story was taken from or written about, literally. As a student of creative writing throughout my high school and college years, I developed the desire to write short stories. You will find these short stories are often written in a creative style. I hope you enjoy these stories and learn from each woman's experience. These are stories that will have the moral of the story written at the end. Others you will have to figure out for yourself. Some readers may read this book and say, "Oh man, what a story." That is my purpose for writing this book. Others may read this book and say, "Yeah, right." That is also my purpose for writing this book. So keep an open mind while reading this book and be attached to nothing. It's the kind of book you can read on your way to work, to school, at the beach, at the park, at the library, or at the doctor's office, in the bathroom, or during your break. Anywhere. Everybody loves a good short story, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. That's just the introduction. So far, so good. So I'm going to start off a little bit with chapter 1. This is one of my favorites. A lot of people that read it and bought the book is their favorites. And we can begin. Here we go. Chapter 1. You see my artwork? I was on it because Egypt is in America, and America is the motherland, and Africa is the other land. America has more rivers, more pyramids, more mounds, more natural resources than the continent of Africa. You have been bamboozled and lied to about so much, but the truth is coming out. North, South, Central America is way bigger than Africa, and we've been here longer, and we got the most pyramids, the most mounds, and the most resources, natural resources. And we are the motherland, that part. So here we go. White ain't always right. Arlene was born and raised in Trenchtown, Jamaica, West Indies. Her mother was Jamaican and her father was from Trinidad. Arlene was obsessed with white men. Her parents always told her, if you want the good life, you better go white, because white is right. Wrong! Arlene's life was a sad story. Arlene came to New York City when she was 13 years old. She did well in school, so well that she landed a scholarship at NYU, which is New York University, and decided she would major in business or law. Arlene's parents were so proud of their baby girl. Out of their 3 children, only Arlene had finished high school and was going to college. Arlene's siblings took the street life. Both her brother and sister decided street pharmaceutics was more their style and speed. Arlene's parents was brokenhearted, and she was their only meal ticket to success. She wanted to study business and law. She wanted to own her own law firm to help immigrants with their immigration problems. Many of her family members had been deported due to immigration laws. Her first year at NYU was fabulous. She became very popular with their fluent yuppies. She did not associate with Jamaicans or so-called black people in general. She was out to get her great white hope. At the end of her first year, before the summer break, Arlene met a wonderful white man at the library. She was doing a research paper for her pre-law class. Pat was charming and a perfect gentleman. They made eye contact at the table where she was sitting. She became very shy when the blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy approached her. Pat had that serious Mac, and she was butter. Arlene melted right into his game plan. Pat's family was from Ireland. Irish and Jamaicans had similar accents in common, and actually, the Jamaicans are the original Irish. I have to put that in. Pat loved reggae music and Jamaican food. Arlene always wanted to visit Europe, so her prayers had been answered. She thought. Arlene and Pat talked for hours. The librarian had to tell them it was closing time. Pat asked Arlene for her phone number and asked her out on a date. Pat courted her for a year before he popped the big question, will you marry me? And Arlene's, will you marry me? To Arlene's parents, Pat was the best son-in-law candidate. They adored him. He often would treat Arlene's parents to dinner and a movie. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. Much gratitude, much appreciation, love. Yeah, the wind, it is windy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop it now. I'm going to go to where it's no wind, and then I'll pick back up because this story is a really, really good story. And I want you guys to really enjoy it and to hear it wind free. But thank you, KL. Thank you so much. So we're going to, like I said, you can purchase the CD Baby spoken word. Let me open up so you can see it, because there's a lot that I do besides natural hair care and making natural hair care products. I'm also a self-published author and self-published artist that I did my own spoken word CD. And here it is. This is the CD. And on this CD is positive affirmations. Your words are your destiny. The power of the mic. And it shouldn't be reparations. We're not owed reparation. We're owed restitution. That part. Oh, thank you, KL. I know you will be back to listen. The book is really, really good. And a lot of people have been encouraging me to start to read it and do it. So I always take people's advice that gives good advice. So I'm going to get back so that I could get back to you to do the book where this next one, because it is outside. It is pretty, like I'm here surrounded by these beautiful trees. See what I'm surrounded by? That's my favorite little place there, the Beehive. Let me just show you. Give you a little bit. This is my favorite place. This is the Yokulu Indian Trail. As you know, I'm American Indian, the original Indian. And I'll be sitting right here at the Beehive. There's a whole bunch of bees in there. This is the Beehive. And you'll see some. Yes, KL, beautiful nature. And see, this is where they are. I want to create a beehive where I live also. Be kind. And I have some at my be great. So I have a mini farm as well. So this is why I love coming here, because I'm always one with nature. I love nature, and nature means everything to me, especially the trees. Like I'm always hugging trees, talking to the trees, enjoying the trees, because the trees are alive and they have an amazing frequency that you can relate to. There was a gentleman when I was walking, he was telling me, oh, in the spring and the fall, there's a lot of snakes. There's rattlesnakes here. So I'm always wearing boots, not sandals, when I come here to the trail. So that's good. But he did give me a heads up, and I'm happy for that. But I got something for them snakes. You're not going to get me. I always got a weapon. I have to mace them Always got my mace in my pocket. So do what you want to do. But I'm here, right here in nature, here at the Indian Trail. And I just basically want to show you guys so you can see how beautiful this is. You know what? You said I can't hear you. There I was. I had put my hand on the freaking. I always, when I be touching it, I hit the thing. I apologize. And that lady I was talking to, we were talking about the snakes. My bad. This is the Big Bash, capital of the world, Eufaula, Alabama. Thanks for that, KL. Once again, when I do this, turning it. So what I was saying, and I'm going to recap it, because she went down there and we were talking, and she was saying that I asked her, did she have her stick for the snakes? Because the man was telling me that they're snakes. But she said she never encountered a snake, but she just carries a stick with her just in case. So that was intelligent of her. So let me go back over everything. So I was showing you, this is Welcome to the America's Birding Trails, okay? This is the trails for all the birds. And I was going over the birds, the tough titmouse, the barred owl, the eastern bluebird, the downy woodpecker, and the brown thrasher. And these is the habitat of all the birds here. I also was saying about how all these people have left a tree as a memory. I talked about the Fit Trail as you go through this park. And I talked about enjoy every moment you make, and how the Fit Trail works, and how it keeps you fit, and keep the heart, because your heart is the same size as your fist, and you have to keep it pumping. That's how it keeps going. And this is the Yahula Miko walking trail. Steps to better health starts today with 3 miles. Thank you, KL. Thank you. And then I came over here and I showed you the Yahulu Miko, the Creek Indian Trail. And then I came right here and I said, don't we look alike? Don't we look alike? And then I said, ooh, American Indian Territory here in Eufaula, Alabama. Feathers up, feathers up. So thank you for that so much, KL, because when I turn, I always accidentally hit the mic, and I wasn't conscious of that. But once I looked and went to show you the sea bass, it says the home of the world sea bass, which is here. And one of my dear friends came from England. Shout out to Kate in Liverpool. Yeah. Woo! Shout out to Kate, yo. She was great. We had a great time when she came. It was great. That was for my solar return. It was really special. I give thanks. Yeah, so that's when I realized, when I turned and then I saw the mic was off. But this is the Big Bass capital of the world, Eufaula, Alabama. People come from all over the world. So I'm going to get my butt over there so I can be in the picture. There it is. Me and the Big Bass. Woo! So I'm going to get back so I can get back to the story, because KL definitely wants to hear the white ain't always right story. And like KL said, there was a lot of wind, and when it's windy, you really don't hear it. So I'm going to get back, because that's a great story, and I want you to hear it. And once you hear it, you'll go online and you can purchase my book. You can purchase it an ebook. I have an audio book where I'm reading the book. So if you don't want to read, you can hear my voice. And then I showed you my spoken word CD as well. Chief Thomas Iskatani had a push kick. We talk only of the Hachno-Takni Yamasee Creek. Try. Okay. You can find my book on my page, happytobenappy.com. I am a notary here in Eufaula, Alabama, and you can always reach me. Always reach me. making organic hair care products, skin care products, oral care products, and handcraft. I make a lot of handcraft products. A lot. I make jeans bags. I'm making a whole bunch of those now. I make tie-dye shirts, socks. I make French bags, French t-shirts, a lot of beaded stuff. I'm making a lot of waist beads, hemp soaps, aloe vera soaps. I make a lot. So I just want to let you guys know. I will be getting back to you guys, and I will be reading the book so you can hear it. The first chapter, White Ain't Always Right. This is the book. Great short stories. This is the CD. You can go to cdbaby.com to hear it, to download it. Matter of fact, I just got a check the other day from CD Baby. People are buying my CDs. I was shocked. I looked at my account and said, CD Baby. Honey, I was like, thank you, gratitude. But I want to thank you, KL, so much for that. And I'm getting ready to ride out into the sunset so that this way I can get back to you guys and read the first chapter, White Ain't Always Right. Peace and natural hair grease, much love and light, and make it a great day, and make sure you always know that you are greatness. Woo, 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 woo. Peace and love. And remember, The Dark Sides of a Woman, a collection of short stories about women and relationships. And the most important part is that the cover of this book has the beautiful so-called Egyptian women, but Egypt is over here. This is us. So it was no coincidence, although I was all Rastafari out when I wrote this book. I still was on my Rasta when my mom and my dad and my great-grandmother and grandmother has been telling me all my life that we American Indian, that we Yamasee, Blackfoot, Cherokee, Mohawk, Mohegan, Seminole, and Gullah Geechee. Woo! Peace, and I'll see you soon when I get back to read you White Ain't Always Right. That part. Peace and love.